Hi, I'm Edward Lavering, and welcome to Using Animations in the Unity 5 Gameplay course by PAC Publishing. In this section, we will explore animations and how to implement them in the Unity 5 game. Specifically, we will assign animations to visually define our character's behavior, such as with idle, jump, and walk. Also in this section, we will create animation clips from within the Unity 5 game engine. Let's get started with implementing animations. In this video, we will focus on implementing animations created in external animation tools, such as 3D Studio Max or Maya. We will assign these animations to specific character behaviors to include when the character is idle or not currently being controlled by the player, walk, and run cycles, and when the player jumps. First, let's look at the animation workflow in Unity. In Unity, animations must be located inside an animation controller, which is used to organize character animations. You can see a basic animation controller here on the screen that contains animations for airborne and crouching, with grounded being the entry point for both animations. Animations can also have transitions between other character states. We'll look at this and more next. So let's launch Unity 5. In Unity, you can see I have an empty scene loaded with small terrain and one character. In the project view, under Assets and then Standard Assets, you see characters, and then drilling further down, we see third-person character. I select third-person character, and we can see several different folders: Animation, Animator, Materials, Models, Prefabs, Scripts, and Textures. I've already added the third-person character object to our scene, and you can see when I click it here, we have the third-person controller. Over in Hierarchy View, you can see the Ethan body, his glasses and skeleton are there, and I've subordinated the main camera to the third-person controller so that it will follow the character as we play the game. And I'll quickly demonstrate that by going into game mode. You see here that the player, by default, without any actions on our own part, has animation when he's just standing still or idle. When he's walking, he can hit the space bar to jump, or if I hold the walk button down, he will run. We can also crouch with the C, and we can uncrouch by letting go of the C character. Okay, so let's go out of game mode, back to scene view. So in the project view, you see that I'm going to double click the animation folder. And several animations came with this third-person character. We're going to click on one, and you'll see over in the inspector view the different settings. So this is humanoid crouch import settings, and you can see that there are several different clips that make up this animation. These are animation clips that all in total make up the one animation. And you can see frame, start and end date, or start and end times, crouch idle to walk, walk right, walk left, turn left, and walk right. You can also see when I click on this little play icon, you can see each one of those clips listed here. And you can also see that hips are the center point for animation. When I click on any of these animations, we can see a preview of it over in the inspector view. And we'll pick a more interesting one. So here's the idle animation. I'm going to enlarge this in the inspector view, zoom in a little bit. And now when I click the play button, you can see his animation sequence. And that's actually idle jump up. So when he's in the idle position and he's jumping up, that's the animation. Decrease the size of that preview, and we'll look at different selections in the inspector view. We have the model tab with several different settings that you could change. The default ones are typically all you need. We go to rig, we have an animation type, humanoid. You can see there's legacy for the animation system, so to speak, that existed in Unity prior to the current one. For humanoid characters, you want humanoid. avatar definition. So one of the great things about this new animation system is that you can create a definition from this current model or copy it from another avatar. And when the check mark to the left of the configure button is there, then it can automatically be configured. We can also select the optimize game object checkbox, and that will help improve efficiency of our game, especially when animations are being played. And in a nutshell, what that is it allows the Unity game engine to almost compress the way that it handles the individual pieces of the anatomy of your character. If we do not select this, we will have greater flexibility in being able to access a very specific piece of the skeletal structure, if you will, but oftentimes that's not needed. Our third tab is animations, and here you can see different settings there in here with clips. Remember, they make up the entire animation. We have a name for it, and you can see the start and end times, as in the frames, specifics about looping. So let's go back in the project view, and we have been in the animation folder. I'm now going to click back one level to the third person character. We're going to look at animator. I'm going to double click that, and then double click the animation controller. You can see it on the screen here. And when we click on any one of these, say airborne, the inspector view is populated. And here you can see the speed and the transitions. So here we can go from airborne to crouching, airborne to grounded, and then grounded we can go from grounded to crouching, and from grounded to airborne. And you can see the entry point is grounded, and we can modify this by adding behaviors. And this, what you see here, is what comes default with this standard asset character.